If you're into movement and training, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ladies, gentlemen, and my often forgotten, but not by me, track cyclists. Today I have a straddle pancake mobility routine, which is going to take you 5 minutes only and is going to be super effective. I'm going to go through it with you now, so let's get right into it. Okay team, so for this routine you may or may not need some yoga blocks. So as you get on with the routine, you'll figure out whether you need them or not, but maybe have them on the ready in case. You're also going to need to be on a surface that isn't going to allow you to slip back. This will make sense in a second, so anything carpet or a yoga mat or something like that will be great. Of course, you'll need a wall, and finally you will need something to hold on to. This can be any piece of home furniture. I'm going to be using my 10-key dumbbell for this. So this routine is super accessible. You could do it anywhere, at home, or in hotels, outdoors. It is super accessible. So here we go. The first order of business is you're going to sit yourself in front of your wall in your straddle pancake position. Now the first thing I need you to figure out is where your soft stop is. So your soft stop is, generally speaking, the range of motion that you can get from your pancake without any strenuous effort. So if I was to lean forward in my pancake, I'd say my soft stop is around here. If I want to go beyond this, I would have to start putting quite a bit of effort, and that's not the idea just yet. So find your soft stop and make sure that the wall is just in the range of your soft stop. So for me, that might be, I might need to sit a little bit further back. So here, good. And without too much strenuous effort, I can get my hands flat. Now, once you've found this position, you are going to push into the wall as hard as you can for 10 seconds, and then you will rest for 10, and you will repeat this 3 times. That's going to be the first exercise. Now, general cues for your pancake stretch: you don't want to overly start rounding the spine. You want to have a relatively neutral spine, and you want the movement to be happening at the hips. So imagine you had a rod going through your hip and you are hinging here from the hip. That's how you are going to be pushing into this range. You also want to think of externally rotating your femurs and using your hip flexors and your quads also to contribute to the forward hinging motion. So let's get into it. Find your soft stop, hands flat on the wall, and we're going to start pushing into the wall as hard as we can for 10 seconds. And time. Rest for 10 now. You should be shaking whilst you are pushing into the wall. If you are not, you're probably not putting enough effort in, and you're not going to get the results you want. And second rep, here we go. Breath and push. And time. Rest for 10. If you feel throughout the rep that you can inch back a tiny bit, you are welcome to inch yourself back a little bit if you feel you can get a bit more range. Now, if for your overcoming isometric you struggle to even sit in a straddle like I used to when I first started, where I could just about sit like this and I struggled to even touch the floor in front of me, you're going to get really close to the wall and you are going to use your cubes and try your best to bring the wall closer to you, essentially, so that you can still generate some sort of hip flexion and push. The other thing you can do as well is elevate your bum. So sit up on some more cubes and you can do the overcoming isometric that way. For the next exercise, we have a few different options on how to do this one depending on your starting level of mobility, but generally speaking, you want to be sitting in your straddle and you want to be sat in front of your piece of furniture, chair, or whatever it is that you're going to be holding on to. What you're going to be doing in this position is you're going to lean into your straddle pancake position. Again, try and find your soft stop, and if you struggle with this position, you're going to use cubes to elevate yourself so that you can reach forward. From here, you're going to hinge, grab hold of whatever it is that you have in front of you, and you are going to push down and dig your heels into the floor using all of your inner and posterior thigh muscles. And you're gonna do that for 10 seconds. So 10 seconds of pushing. After you've done your 10 seconds, you're gonna take a big in-breath, you're going to relax, and you're going to try to increase your range. So here we go. I'm gonna do this one with you guys. Here we go. So hinge, soft stop, holding on, and pushing down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In breath, relax, and sink a little bit deeper. And again, we're going to be pushing down. 8, 7, 6. Dig your heels into the floor as hard as you can. You should feel your muscles in the back of your legs working. And relax, in breath. Sink a little bit deeper. Final one. Let's press down into the floor. Dig your heels into that floor. Keep your spine neutral and make sure you're hinging at the hips. And in breath. Try to remember your first exercise, overcoming isometric, when you are looking for the range at the bottom as well. So use your hip flexors and quads to help with the fold. If you can, let go of whatever it is you are holding and see if you can keep yourself at the bottom of the position before coming up. Okay team, the final exercise is going to be a very gentle ballistic pushing exercise. So you're going to be sitting in your straddle. Once again, if you struggle here, blocks under your bum, elevate your bum. You are going to do 10 ballistic pulses in 5 different directions. That's going to be number 1, directly facing one of your straight legs. Number 2 is going to be in between the leg and completely straight. Position number 3 is going to be in the middle, and then you will keep going around this way. You are going to do 10 pulses in each of these positions, and you are going to go there and back once, and you will be finished. Try to keep the integrity of the position. So as we spoke about earlier, hinging at the hip and reaching mostly with a neutral spine without rounding too much. I'm gonna do this one with you guys, so let's get into it. Let's turn towards the right leg first and hinge. In we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gentle pulses. You're going to do 10 and then in the middle on this angle. Don't do these too aggressively. Make sure you're hinging at the hip. I've totally lost count, and we're going to move to the middle. 2, 3, 4. Keep your quads active and use your hip flexors and quads to help fold. And in between, gentle pulses. And final one, facing the other straight leg. Let's do 10, and then you will come back. Do 10 in this position, and then 10 in the middle, and 10 here. And you are done. From here, you're going to test out your pancake range. You should find that you can lean forward in your pancake a little bit more than you could before. Now, of course, you can add sets to this routine. However, it's going to start taking you more time, and it might be the case that because of that, you'll be less likely to do it. So if you've got a busy life and you've got loads of other things in your schedule, keep this one simple. Try to do at least 1 rotation of each exercise. Once you get the hang of all of the variables that you need, you should be able to do this one anywhere you are, and also it shouldn't take you very long. Do this daily and you should see huge progress in your ability to straddle pancake. That's it, guys. That is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment and like, because it really helps out the channel and it allows me to keep making these videos for you guys. I will see you in the next one.